Morning, everyone. These guys have already been in and out a few times. Marty, he goes out because he wants to be outside. He realizes it's cold and not nice. And then he comes right back in. That's Morris. Good morning, Morris. Hi. Hi, buddy. Come on. There you go. There you go. Good morning. Good morning. There you go. Good boy. Well, the bird feeders out front are getting hit like every minute on the minute. Well, I'm definitely going to walk down there and make sure there's some. Here you go, Stripe. That there's plenty of bird seed. We are still supposed to get a dusting of snow sometime after 11 o'clock. It's going on 10 now. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Tonight's our night to go to Pullen Park to see the lights we wanted to see last year but didn't have a ticket for. So on the day the tickets went on sale this year, I got tickets for tonight. Schools are closed. I didn't want the kids out there with the uncertainty of what we might get. So they learned a lesson the year they sent the kids home early release and they got trapped at the schools. And they're not willing to do that. It's basically best I can tell you because we're just not supposed to get that much here. Does that look like a sky that could produce some snow and rain? Guess time will tell. I did go put seed out there and made sure the water's good. I didn't change out the bird bath today. It looks spotless still, so... You know, hands in the cold water in the wintertime is not a lot of fun, if not truly necessary. We had some house finch have showed up. Continuing to see the yellow-rumped warbler. The red-bellied woodpecker is back at the suet. He was gone for a couple months after being there early this year. I'm going to go put out the other yellow feeder with the thistle seed. I've really been enjoying the blue feeder in particular, where the birds come in and then the next one comes and then the next one comes, and it's just kind of fun. A couple of the birds, they come and they sit for a long time. Nobody's going to tell Mr. Cardinal that he needs to leave the feeder when he's taken up the whole thing. There's my sweet girl. Hi. Are you getting used to things again? That's good. That's good. Good morning, Gray. We're making an effort to go earlier today before anything starts. I think we should retrieve the FedEx box and bring it back before we go so it doesn't get wet if it starts to do something. That cardboard box, we're going to leave the stuff in there for a bit. Yeah, the FedEx guy just delivered some plant pots, the big blue ones, and he left it on the steps down the driveway. I went out in the front porch and waved. I did. I played nice. Don got the box in the back. Once he got it settled, there was no reason to take it up to the house, so it's in the back still. But as we were leaving the driveway, the Amazon guy was coming. So we just stopped at the end of the driveway and let him hand us our package. Yeah. No sense making him go down the driveway and deal with that and leave it out in the weather for no reason.
I've seen him before.
Yeah, he's a nice young kid. If they smile at me and they speak, I'm happy with them. If they look like they're really unhappy doing their job and they're quiet, my feelings are a little less positive. Most of them are pretty happy. I like drivers that speak to me. I'm sure this is no surprise. Little Miss Social Butterfly wants, you know, that's right. The world.
Well, everybody's down here meeting today. Where's the UPS guy?
There he is. He's right there. I don't know if I have a UPS package coming today, or I have a UPS package coming today. The one straggler bamboo filament box came out of a different location, and he has a small box with one package of filament in it. So We will be seeing, he's probably headed to our house also. Well, there we go. That was so necessary, not. So I got 2 comments. The snow was supposed to start between 11 and 12. It's just now 11. I don't see that they've treated the roads at all here, which is a smidge of a surprise that they didn't try to put anything down on them. But of course the schools are closed, so maybe they said,
the hell with it.
The hell with it. Screw it. We don't need to coat the roads. I don't know. Clearly the kids could have had a successful half a day of school, but I understand they're mitigating risk. We don't take any risks in 2025. So, you know, that fiasco that happened where the kids got trapped at the schools. It's been, we were working at IBM, so it's been a while, Donnie. It was sometime before 2013, because that's when I left IBM. They could have, if they had treated the roads the night before, they could have totally avoided that whole scenario. And lately, they've been spraying them with some chemical, but I don't see that that has happened.
Yeah, the brine.
Right. Well, yeah. The other thing that I want to say is that I've been monitoring the birds this morning, because remember, Sunday and Monday are my count days, and the bird activity is normal. It is not an all-out, oh my God, feeding frenzy. And whenever we're going to get snow of any kind, the birds go nuts. So, I'm thinking that's meaning we're not going to get much. But I can be wrong. I can be wrong. But the birds don't seem to be telling me it's going to snow at your house. Or we're worried about having access to food, so we're feeding while we can extra this morning. They're not doing that. So Don, every day before we drive the pogo route, he's just been letting the car come in and park.
Yes.
And then he takes us over and we start the route. But we're headed inside. It's Monday, so it's a gym day. So earlier this year, you'll remember that they did the ball field and the fence. They went around and redid the fence. And it used to be silver, and now it's got this black coating on it. And they didn't do the dugouts. And we were like, what the heck? Well, they're here today and they're redoing the dugouts. They've got both dugouts taken down, and they look like they're working on putting it back up. Now, it's possible because of the way the cement is. On that far one, they don't have the poles down. On this close one, they do have the poles down.
Right.
But at any point, we just scratched our head and went, how could they not have redone the dugouts? That looks bad. It doesn't match the dugout. You know, I don't know. So anyway, they probably need to make it so they can lock up that field too, because it was still full access to that field at all times. The dugouts didn't have doors on them, didn't have gates. So they probably are trying to lock it up more personally, unless, well, they have signs that say don't use marked fields. But sometimes they lock them up when they're not marked. And, you know, I think people ought to be able to go out there and throw ball with their family or run around or whatever. We do have, you know, when it's not marked, when they're not, you know, ruining the guy. But they do sell to some tournaments and stuff field use. And then those people, we were told, get really cranky if the field markings aren't perfect. And, you know, if people would just use common sense. But it seems a shame when it's locked up for days at a time and people can't just get out there and throw a frisbee or whatever. But we do have people taking disadvantage. Sometimes people are using it like a dog park, and sometimes people are using it as a driving range and leaving their golf balls out there. So, you know, like, again, if we just have some respect and common sense, we could all get along, but apparently not.
That's right.
Yeah, well, the golf balls especially.
Yeah, the golf balls.
The people with the dogs seem to clean up after the dog, and it seems to be, yeah, that seems to be okay. The one older gentleman has a German Shepherd he trains out there. He doesn't seem to be leaving the field unusable by other people, but the golf ball thing where the guys just drive the balls out there and leave them all over the field for the lawnmower guys to then, you know, hit, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Well, that's the current weather. We do have, you know, a couple of drops of rain on the windshield. David says he's got a mix where he is, but he's like on the west side of Raleigh, south side of Durham, somewhere up in there, the dealer that he's currently working at. So, wow, it says the air quality is not good here today. It's 87. Why is it so bad? Huh.
Well, they ain't going to do a lot at 42.
Right. Well, we don't have particularly a bunch of wind right now. Dawn was down here last night when it was dark out, putting this, making this camera permanent, putting the black cover on top of it, etc.
It's a metal pole.
Yeah, it's a metal pole now. We're so happy with it, and we're getting Wi-Fi good enough to get video that, but now it doesn't stick out like this white thumb in the middle of the forest anymore. It's just a little cover off Amazon. So today's bird watch day.
Yeah.
It's a little cold out in the front porch.
It's nippy out
I've
there.
tried 3 times and it hasn't. When there's a lot of activity, staying out there is no big deal. But when it's slow, it's like, oh my God. And the fabric and the chair, it's just cold out there. Yeah. But I'll keep trying. And I can't see. I really am having to use the camera, but I'm sitting out there while I'm using it.
Right.
Are you yawning on me
sorry.
again? He was yawning at the gym too, and I wasn't even talking then. They've postponed our light.
Hey, the Grinch wins again.
They've postponed our thing at Pullen Park to go on the train ride and see the lights till December the 19th. They tacked on a day to the end of the event.
Okay.
Whether it gets slick or not, it's dang cold and damp and wet out there, and it's not fun to be outside today. You know, us North Carolina people, Central, we're used to 50-degree average highs in the winter, lots of sun, and lots of warm days in between the occasional cold day, and we ain't getting that right now.
No.
So, you know, I don't want to go down to Pullen Park and walk around for 3 hours when it's 35 degrees.
No.
So I'm not upset. That's what I'm trying to say, that Dawn's not upset either. And yeah, Dawn has broke out the first Grinch shirt. You know, the funny thing is every year Dawn watches the original animated Dr. Seuss, the Grinch Stole Christmas thing.
Yeah.
He cares about it or watches it, or just, I guess because you grew up with, well, I grew up with it too, but anyway, I was going to say, I don't know how we got Grinchy at our house, but Don likes to pretend that he's the Grinch, even though he has a really warm heart.
Who's pretending?
You know, but even though you have that Grinch warmed heart up inside, I warmed your heart so that you couldn't fulfill your lifelong dream to be an old codger.
Being nice is overrated.
But he's smiling on the shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, you can pretend. We all got your number underneath.
That's right.
So anyway, we're not going anywhere else today. We got the gym done early.
Yes.
And I saved the last of the leftover lasagna for dinner because I thought we were going to be leaving at 5 and I needed something quick and easy. So I cooked last night and the chicken wings. Which you told me you were hungry a minute ago, and you know what? You've got just enough wings for lunch.
Oh, wait, cool.
I'm going to warm them up for you.
Get her done.
Hi. So Marty, for the last 4 days, he's only outside long enough to go to the bathroom, and he comes back in. Or he thinks he wants to go out. He goes to the door. Then he comes back, and his face is in the window 2 or 3 minutes later.
I'll let him out.
Oh, is he out now?
Out right now.
Okay, yeah. Well, he'll be wanting back in really soon. He apparently hates the cold. Stripe is a little harder to convince during the daytime hours, but I swear I don't know how Stripe keeps going. He just patrols. I mean, he patrols more than any cat I've ever seen. He's patrolling all the time.
Yeah.
So I guess that's how he stays muscular but not overweight.
I
guess. Anyway.
Well, this one obviously wants something.
Jealous that I'm talking on the camera.
Oh.
Because she's had food. Okay. I'm starting out on bag 20 tonight. Well, it feels like night. It's 4:40 in the afternoon, close enough when it's basically dark out there and cloudy. I'm going to stop at bag 23. I've got the front sign on. I've got this little upstairs cooking area completed. The rug in the center. And both of the back walls. There is a little catch mechanism that holds them in. But I built the second story of both of the walls. So they stay nicely tucked in there out of the way. Back to these little dioramas. Dawn suggested I just turn the back of this one into a mountain. And that's what I plan to do. Where the green is on the back side is where the Christmas trees from the front side come through. which holds the back solidly onto the rest of it. So I'll just have to be careful how I disassemble it. But wish me luck, because I'm not really great with rebuilds, but I'm going to give it a try. So this is obviously the one that I messed with. I thought the middle should be the highest. I think it turned out okay. You got to put yourself out there sometimes. Is it perfect? No. I do think it's okay. Well, we're actually having the lightest snow, sleet, rain shower possible. And there still be precipitation. There's definitely little snow pellets mixed in with it, but they're very, very, very tiny. You can kind of see them blowing around up there instead of coming straight down. Alright, I came out to feed the kitties, check on the kitties, and we are having the smallest little pieces of snowflake possible to man.
So I'm coming out here in a blizzard to clear the plate for my girl.